to bear with me. I was having some food. So let's see where we're at here. So this evening's plan is a little bit Halloween carving, pumpkin carving. Yeah, I'm rushing. Sorry, I hit live before I should have done. Really, it's I'm rushing slightly. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I hit live slightly before I should have done there. Let's connect some device. Hopefully you can hear me okay. So let me know if you can hear me okay with the sound. Like I say, I was rushing there. Rushing to go live. I like to start about 10 to 7 and get everything ready. But food was a little bit later than expected. But it was worth the wait. It was lovely. Just put my fan on. So I have a little fan going in the background. Get the right speed on there. So what's everybody been up to? How's everyone's week going? Probably it's Wednesday already. It's been a wet week so far. So if you can hear me okay, it'd be nice if you dropped a comment in just so I know. Like I say, I normally connect all the devices before I go live and check them, but I hit the go live button slightly too early. Rushing. Rookie mistake. Used to that now, watching the Stone Ranger. I know it's not Halloween yet. We're in the right month now, though. But I'm carving I'm teaching a carving course tomorrow. Just some school kids, and they've requested to do something Halloween themed. So, last minute, I'm carving a pumpkin. I've actually got 2 jobs I'd like to get done tonight, or majority done. I want to get this pumpkin carved out. Oh, look at that straight away. And I also can tell it's going to be one of them nights I've rushed. I don't like rushing. I've also got a Ted Lasso carving I need to carve. So yeah, if you're in the chat, if you're on the stream, let me know if you can hear me okay. It's always uncomfortable until someone lets me know in the chat that we're working okay. I never know what's happening. Yeah, it make me feel better about things. So yeah, we've got 2 carvings tonight. We've got the pumpkin one I'm doing now, and the Ted Lasso one, which will be a little bit later on. This pumpkin shouldn't take too long. I'm hoping not anyway. When am I making a Liverpool emblem? Not long. It's been requested. It's unless they get commissioned, they don't really get to the front of the queue. But it's been requested. Hi Hi and wow. Thank you. Can you hear me okay? It's I'm not sure if my AirPods are connected properly. So if you could let me know, that would be great. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm British. I'm definitely British. Brian says he can hear me okay. That's good. Makes me feel better. Stop panicking. So yeah, I am British and I'm carving Halloween theme this evening. You're British as well. Nice. Whereabouts are you from? So, Halloween themed carving from Brit. Okay, nice. This is for a school group I'm teaching tomorrow. And they requested Halloween, so we're going to give them a Halloween. And I'm teaching them how to carve some stone tomorrow. At the same time, let's make some bug houses. And the nice thing about that, I get to bring this back with me. So I'll be able to stick it up for Halloween somewhere in the village. Got a slight problem with the stone. It's rained so much, I've not managed to dry it out, so it's slightly damper than I'd like it, but it's still working okay. Anybody else been working on some stonework this week? So I've had an update on the Nottingham Forest crest, which is all finished, ready to go to its new owner, which is the winner, Evening Ryan, and it's just shy of £400 at the minute, which is nice. It's a good amount. I'm happy with that. And it finishes at midnight tonight, the carving. How many quid do I sell the Liverpool one for? It'll be about 250 because there's a bit more detail on it than the say like the Nottingham Forest one, for example. So that's up to just under £400. I'm hoping it'll go a little bit more by midnight tonight. So the raffle finishes at midnight for the charity then. So it's just behind me on the side actually. So I'm hoping, hoping they'll be able to bump it up a little bit. I've done as much as I can now with that really. It's down to those guys to give it their final push. They did send me a really nice hat, which I was happy with. So the High Green Mike Foundation sent me a lovely hat. So Ryan, I've got your email. I did read it actually late last night. Or was it this morning? I can't remember which way around. And I'm going to reply. I'll reply later on tonight, if not tomorrow. I've got a list of emails to get through tomorrow night, personal ones, and it's on the list. But looking at the design, it looked a great design. Do you know when sometimes you can just see a design and you think, oh yeah, I'd like to carve that myself. It looked a great design to do in relief. Actually, it looked like you'd have it on multiple levels, that design. Because the outer ring, it looked really nice. Yep, you've definitely scrolled back to the Stone Age. How many quid would I sell it for? So, put about £250. Sorry, I thought I then answered that. For the Liverpool one. This carving here is going to teach some school kids tomorrow. There's just a little bit too much detail in the Liverpool carving to go for £200. saying a minute ago, the nice thing about this carving here is I get to keep it once I've been teaching the kids tomorrow. I get to keep it, so I'll hide it somewhere in the village, along with the Ghostbusters one. Ready for the end of the month. I'm making steady progress to the 10,000. I was just under 8,700 when I went live, so I'm hoping we're going to make it to the 10,000 before New Year. So steady progress. And like I say, we've got two carvings to do tonight. We've got this Halloween one, which I'm hoping is not going to take too long, and then I've got a Ted Lasso carving. Any of you watch Ted Lasso? I love Ted Lasso. It's so good. So I've got to carve the Believe poster. So if you don't know what Ted Lasso is, Ted Lasso is an American football coach who comes to England to teach football, soccer. And it's just all, he knows nothing about it, but it's just about his attitude and his positivity. And he puts a poster up above in the changing rooms, above the door, and it says Believe, just to try and encourage people. So I've got to carve that. And then at the weekend, I've got to carve an anniversary present for a subscriber sent me. It's his first year anniversary for his girlfriend, and he wants a love heart, happy anniversary carving into it, of his own design and his own drawing, a bit like the Connor, where it was all their own design and drawing up, and he wants that ready for a week today actually. Yeah, it's soccer, not football. Well, it's football to me, but because we're talking Ted Lasso, I thought we'd give it proper Ted Lasso vibes. It is genuinely my most favourite TV show ever made, and there's some really good ones. Evening Connor. It's such a good TV show. I mean, there's been some great TV shows made, but it's up there. It's just very feel good. So those of you who watch regularly notice this stone might be working slightly different. It's I don't know if you'll be able to tell from the camera, but it's slightly different because it's wet. Your friend likes Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso's great. I want the season 4. I follow a couple of Facebook groups about Ted Lasso, and there's so much stuff about season 4, but I just don't believe it. Yeah, so this is working slightly different. It holds on. It's not as dusty. It's not as, but it holds on a little bit. The stone as you're carving, it's slightly different. The moisture just keeps it there, so it looks slightly dirty. It doesn't look like you've got your lines crisp when you're carving. It's amazing how different it acts when it's wet. So it's nice to have a few people watching. What have we got watching? 53 people, that's really nice. We've got seven thumbs up. We'll aim for 20. We'll keep it achievable. If we get more, brilliant. So we always set ourselves the target of how many thumbs up we're going to get to. We used to say 10, but then we started going for 10, 20. And then a couple of times we went really ambitious and we went for 75, and we did achieve it. But we've not been getting the same amount of numbers in the last couple of lives. YouTube have not been playing ball, so I think we should keep it an achievable 20, and anything else is a bonus. Do I prefer wet or dry stone to carve? Definitely dry. There is some benefits to having it slightly wet. Definitely dry. Everything just feels cleaner and crisper, and I can run the brush over it nice. When it's this wet and I've not let it dry out, it doesn't. It can smudge. I smudge the pencil marks a little bit, and it just looks a bit off colour. So one little tip you can do, and in my new workshop, I've already spoke to the wife about this. I'm going to have just a cheap little cooker, like an oven, and you can just slide the piece of stone in and just let it dry out really nice. Hi again, my friend. Hi. How's your day been? So calming. Stone carving. Stone carving is very calming actually. It's very, very relaxing, very therapeutic. I'm teaching a few stone carving courses for people struggling with their mental health this winter. Trying to get across the benefits of stone carving now. Everyone can benefit, and stone gives out positive energy and positive vibes without me sounding like too much of a hippie. It's an amazing thing, stone. Like a salt lamp, for example. But no, I think there's a lot of benefits to stone carving, and also you can make some amazing gifts and presents, very similar to the tea light holders Ryan's just started making. Great gifts for Christmas time. And see how I just blew on there, Connor, and it doesn't move it the same, so it doesn't look as clean. It's just it's wet. It just likes to hang around a little bit more. But I'm reluctant to use the brush on it because I don't want to smudge everything and make it really dirty. Black Lion, yeah, pumpkin. Are you big into Halloween, Black Lion? I think Halloween's pretty big in America, isn't it? I know I went to Florida one year in December for Christmas. Wow, that is festive. That is like proper festive. Love Halloween. So I'm, like I was saying, you might not have heard me, but this is the first of 2 carvings I've got to do tonight. The second one is Ted Lasso, the Believe poster. That is carving number 2. But this is for me teaching a carving course tomorrow. And the nice thing about this is I get to keep it afterwards, and I'm going to hang it up. Hang it up around the village to go with the Ghostbusters. So has everybody seen the Ghostbusters little carving we did? Everyone if you didn't see it, just stick something in the comments and I'll quickly show it you because it's only behind me, so I can show it you quite easily if you want to see it. So we've got 8 thumbs up. Can we push that to 10? We've got to be able to push that to 10. We aim for 20. We've got to be able to achieve 10. So I was just reading that there. I've seen that lovely message there from Black Lion. Well, to be fair, I always try and return the favour. Every time I see you, I don't go on YouTube that much unless I'm making a video. I'm so busy with other stuff with work. But every time I see some of your stuff, I do try and click. I even voted on your poll which one was the best lion the other day. It actually made me want to carve one of them lions. They looked amazing. Oh, I found one of my chisels I'd lost, by the way. It's straight out of a Tim Burton movie, this pumpkin. Jack Skelton, yeah, that's it. That is it. Really is, actually. I wouldn't have remembered his name until you just said that. 10 thumbs up. Halfway there to our nightly target. Not nightly, weekly. My kids are growing up now, so not all of them like carving pumpkins, but I've always liked carving pumpkins. I found it always quite a nice thing to be able to do. I think this year will be the last year we get trick-or-treaters, because where we're moving to in about 5 weeks, I think it's looking like I'm moving house on the first week of November, possibly the second week would be better for me, or the week before. There'll be no trick-or-treaters. It's in the middle of nowhere, so this year might be our last year of trick-or-treaters, which will be a bit strange. Connor, I've been using them pens at work so much. Everybody's so jealous of them pens. I've started putting a bit of stone to one side for you. I'm just going to polish it so you've got a really nice. Look at that. I'm just talking about Connor, and he's got. I'm going to buy myself the best beer with that. Wow. So I was just talking about you, Connor. You're taking my breath away there a little bit with that. It's so I've been polishing you some stone. Well, I've not been polishing. I've been cutting you some stone ready for a parcel. So I've got you a little piece of slate to mess with, and I've got you 2 different types of stone. But I want to polish them, and I've ordered. So you've got a really nice, flat, smooth surface to work on, which I thought would be great for you having a good carving. So I've got it all to one side. So I've got you a piece of Maltese limestone, Derbyshire gritstone, and a piece of Welsh slate. So you've got a choice of all 3. I'm just going to polish them up, make sure there's no saw marks in there, because I wasn't sure if you'd have a polisher to be able to do it yourself. And then you'll be good to go. So it's not very often to get tipped on the channel, and Connor's actually tipped me twice now, and I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. That's a great start to the month. Well, no, it's a fair trade. You sent me some pens, I'm sending you some stuff for some carving. It's a fair trade. And the pens have gone down the storm at work. People are super jealous of the pens. Somebody asked me the other day in the office. I took them to a different office, so we do like hot desking, and I took them somewhere else. And they were asking me where. Oh, that's a nice pen, because they asked me if they could borrow a pen, and they write lovely, and I explained where it come from, and they just looked at me and said, "That's not fair. Why can't I have friends that send me pens in the post?" So 12 thumbs up. We've got to have some Halloween lovers out there who are going to get us up to 20 thumbs up. So keep an eye on both devices. Make sure the battery. I forgot to charge the device, like I say, I was rushing. So if you want to do me a big favour, you can hit the thumbs up button. If you want to do me an amazing favour, you can hit the subscribe button. So I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers before the new year. So if you want to help me out, that would be super amazing. See, what I'm going to do with this here, I'll just explain this to you. Can you see that I've left the actual carving a little bit deeper in there? I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a step in, so it kind of pops the eyes even more. I don't want to be flat. So there's going to be a V carving deeper inside here. Hopefully that'll come to life as I do the next one and you'll be able to see it. So I have some more exciting news about the channel. I'm actually going to go and do an interview next week about the channel. I've got to do a 45-minute to an hour interview live about the TheStoneRanger, and they actually said they don't want to interview Matty, they want to interview the TheStoneRanger. They want to talk everything about the channel, why I make content, why do I like carving pieces for charity, all stuff about the channel. And that's next week. A little bit later than this time next week. I'm not going to tell you where, and I'm not going to tell you when. I might do after, because it's live, and if it's terrible, you don't have to listen to it. If it's amazing, or if I'm happy with it and I dare share it, then I can post it and let you listen to it. But that's amazing. So I'm going to do an hour interview talking about the TheStoneRanger and the channel, what our ambitions are. Do we want to work with more charities? Well, and all sorts of stuff. Sing a song. You really don't want to hear me sing a song. 3 reasons why. First reason is I'm slightly nasal tonight because I've been feeling a little bit rough. It's everyone in the house. I think it's kind of like freshers flu when all the kids are back at college and eldest is back at university. All them things. The next reason is I'm not very good at actually remembering song lyrics, so I just kind of make them up as I'm singing. And the third reason, I'm rubbish at singing. That should be the number one, but I'm actually rubbish at singing. Like really, really rubbish at singing. Horrendously bad at singing. If you were to pick what my karaoke song, what would it be? Still can't believe that Connor's tipped me for a beer this weekend. we've got a pumpkin really coming to life. And it's not taken us long, it's taken us 30 minutes so far to get him to come to life. Which is good to say we've got 2 carvings to look at tonight. Now, the question is, best YouTuber on the app. Wow. It's how are things going? We've got to do a quick carving this evening. I'll explain this to you while you're here saying hi. This is a quick carving this evening for Halloween, teaching a school group how to carve tomorrow. And they've requested Halloween themes, so I needed to come up with something pretty simple. And this is what I've come up with. We're half an hour in, we're nearly there, so I'm hoping I can teach these guys tomorrow this. And they're also going to build me some bug houses to go in the new community sensory garden I'm building. And then after that, we've got to do the Ted Lasso. We've got a Ted Lasso carving to do. And Ted Lasso is one of my favourite TV shows, so I'm quite looking forward to that. And that stone is dry. This stone is wet because it's nothing but rain for 2 days in the UK. If Tornado Chaser was here, he'd be very happy that you've come back to say hi. Especially, he likes the fact that you've got a tick next to your name to say that you're a verified YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers. He's very excited about that. He wants to help me get to 100,000 subscribers. I've got a ways to go. If Tornado Chaser was here, I'd ask him a piece of advice now, but maybe one of you guys can answer it for me. 103, wow. That man's flying. Well, good on you. Well done, you. I'm super impressed. I like seeing people do well, and you're doing well. So, like I say, if Tornado Chaser was here, I'd ask him a piece of advice now, because he's my like YouTube guru when it comes to when I'm online. So we've got 2 carvings to do tonight, like I've mentioned a couple of times. The question is, do you carry on this as one live and do them both, or do you start a new live for the next carving? What would YouTube prefer? Because I think when you do a new live, it gives you a bump and get people going. I always find if your live lasts too long, really people it likes to show, it dwindles. Ah, look at that. Sorry about that. It dwindles, so are you better off finishing the pumpkin, taking a minute, resetting, and all you guys who like to be on anyway might come back, hopefully. Or are you better off just going for it? Part of me thinks you're better off stopping and starting again of a new title. See, this one's got the hashtags pumpkin, Halloween, autumn, pumpkin carving, all the things you'd expect. Nothing to do with Ted Lasso. And the next one, obviously, the hashtag would be Ted Lasso. That makes sense. Anyone any views on that? Anyone want to stick thumbs up and get us up to 20? I'm on 12. So the chap with 103,000 subscribers. I'm not sure if you're still on, but if you are, what I should have said when you said best YouTuber on their app, I should have said, I bet you say that to all the boys. That's what I should have been quicker with that. I bet you say that to everybody. So Connor, when you got these pieces of stone, what have you got in mind to carve? And I liked your time lapse, by the way, the other day. That was good. So now I've not got so much pencil marks on the screen, I dare use the brush a little. So we need to just level that bad boy out. So is anyone in the chat or anyone just scrolling on past think, do you know what, I'd like to have a go at that? Well, if you do, stick around, because there are loads of videos teaching stone carving, even dry stone walling. I released a video this week about carve your own house sign, and if you to buy the house sign to have a go at carving from Southern Stone, you get a massive discount on it. And there's a full tutorial video of me carving the actual stone you get to show you how to do it. I don't know if any of you have watched it. I did only release it the other day. You hear that autumnal wind? Swap here. Yeah, no, two good choices there, Connor. You'll be in the good books as well, which is never a bad thing. Never a bad thing. Well, I've got to see them. Once you've carved them, I've definitely got to see them. Do you know whose name I'm looking? Happy wife, happy life. You're not wrong. Do you know whose name I'm looking forward to seeing in the chat? Just because I've not seen them for a while, and they were quite heavy in the comments when they first came on. Suffolk Live, because he's dropped away. And I feel like I need to make sure he's okay, because he was here and then he's gone. And he's a channel member. And he's renewed his channel membership, so I'm hoping he's going to come back, because it's I always find it a little bit concerning when people just disappear like that. Well, if you do video, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. We've definitely got a bit of a pumpkin going on. Which is nice. You see how different that stone is, you know? If I did that with the dry stone, it's completely different. We're struggling to make us quota and thumbs up this evening. But we are splitting it over 2 videos, so we might make it. I've got a feeling we'll do it. So we've got a fair bit to do on the outside of this, but internally we're doing well for the first carving of the night. Do I work as a stonemason? No, I don't actually. I'm a park ranger. This is a hobby. It used to be my job. I've worked with stone now for 15 years. First half of my career was a dry stone wall. The second half was a letterist, amongst other bits. But now, not a stonemason anymore. It's a hobby. Do you work as a stone, Mr. Tumble? Mr. Tumble, that's like reminds me of the TV show the kids used to watch. Swing of my tea. I've gone for a big cup tonight. I've gone for the Starbucks cup. Which is nice. It's a bit colder, so it's nice to stays a bit warmer. I'll end up with a flask down here in the winter if I still live here at this rate. It's hopefully the new workshop will be a bit warmer. I used to love that programme with the kids when they were little, Mr. Tumble. It wasn't Mr. Tumble, but there was a guy who used to, on the CBeebies channel, he used to grow vegetables. Oh no, it was Mr. Maker who used to do it, and he turned on our local Christmas lights one year. The kids were like starstruck. Looking for my sharpening block there. So I think we need to bit of work up here, and then we'll get working on the outside. Mr. Tumble the clown. Yeah, he was great, Mr. Tumble, with the kids. They loved it. What was the show called? Was it just called Mr. Tumble? How are my wrists? My wrists are good, actually. It's no, yeah, wrists are good. My legs are sore. I played five-a-side last night. My legs are sore. My wrists are okay. My back's not so good at times from walling. I have to make sure I use my mountain bike fairly regular to keep that stretched. I have this thing, many years of walling out in the fields, in the fields, and not listening as a younger man, and having my back exposed to the elements and bending down for so many hours, building so many meters of dry stone wall, that I can be stood peeling potatoes at the wrong angle, and that hurts. That can really hurt, actually. That's not great. But wrists, okay. I'm not taking big blows, so. Which I do every now and again take big blows, depending on what we're working on, but. I had a strange conversation with a chap in my local petrol station today. He said, "Oh, just the man I've been looking for, Matty. Do you still do memorial carvings?" I said, "Well, yes and no. Depends what it is. He said, "You've not lost a dog, have you?" He said, "No, I'm not planning on leaving this planet for another 15 years, but I just want to know that you'll still be doing it because I want you to carve it." And I thought, what a strange conversation to have. He looked great. He'd lost 1.5 stone since last time I saw him. He'd done really well. Love it. Moon loves it. Thank you, Moon. Nice to see you back in the chat. So we're doing 2 carvings this evening, and this one's getting there. We're doing pretty well. So we've been carving this now for 47 minutes. I think that's not bad. To say we've been talking and checking on the chat, and the opening 5 minutes was a disaster because I clicked live too early and I was running behind because I had some food later than I was expecting to. But no, we're getting there. We've got 14 thumbs up. We're trying to make it to 20. If there's any friendly people in the stream who think, do you know what? I'm going to give this guy a thumbs up. He stood there, carving stone of a pumpkin for us. This is pumpkin carving for a different thing. I'm going to give him a thumbs up. Would massively appreciate it. We're trying to get to 20 before we swap the stream round to Ted Lasso carving. Hey, look who's here. Tornado Chaser. We were talking about you earlier because we had the YouTuber with over 100,000 subscribers on. I was saying how much you appreciate a good 100,000 subscriber. And now you want to help me get there. And you've also missed the fact that I've been tipped for a beer. Connor's tipped me to get myself a beer this weekend. And I'm not working this weekend, so I'm going to enjoy that beer. I might even go to my local brewery and buy a beer. This is the trickiest bit of the whole carving because I've got to get it round the camera. Tornado Chaser, if you're still there, I have a question for you. And I think I've answered it myself. But you are the YouTube guru. So 15 thumbs up. Can we make it to 20? Can you help me out and push me to 20? Everyone must love Halloween. Everyone must love all that candy, all them sweets. terrifying people at the door. All them horrible films of people being horrible. Not great with horror films. I have to watch something nice afterwards. To be honest, I just don't like watching them. My daughter seems to like them now as she gets older. I end up watching a couple of bits, but no, I'm not a massive fan. How are you, Tornado Chaser? How is life in France? Do you like Halloween? I like Halloween. I love Halloween for the sweets. It's not the same now. The kids aren't as big and they don't go trick or treating, so you can say, oh, I'm gonna have that Milky Way out of there, or I'll trade you them Haribos. It's not the same now. But I do like seeing the kids come to the door, the effort they made and dressed up, and, which is nice. The kids are older now, like the eldest one. He's going dressed as Wolverine, out drinking in Sheffield with his friends, and the other one will be home out drinking. Well, they'll all, to be honest with you, well, the youngest two won't be, but the eldest ones are 18 and 20, so they'll be out with their friends doing something. So it's slightly different now, but I still like Halloween. So we're not far off our first carving of the evening done. We've not managed to make it to 20 thumbs up though. Slightly disappointed in that. Five away. You're right, Connor, a like does cost nothing, but it really does help out because it makes YouTube think I'm doing a good job. Whether I am or not, it makes YouTube think I'm doing a good job. So I'm just going to go around and neaten all this up, and then I'm hoping some of you are going to come and join me after just 2 minutes as I go live again for the next carving, the second carving of the evening, which is Ted Lasso Believe poster. I think it's right to do it again, to go live the second time around, because we're going to get our what do we call them now? Hashtags and bits. We're going to be to Ted Lasso rather than Halloween and pumpkin carving. Jack Skelton would have been a good hashtag. A big cheesy grin. Let's get that really small little sharp chisel I was using earlier. Hey, it don't matter. If we don't get there, it's not the end of the world. I'm not too... It's just nice to have a target. So it's... I don't mind too much. I don't take it personally, which is probably not a bad thing because I was getting called boring only this time last week, so it's not too bad. Hopefully the school kids will like this tomorrow, and then we'll hang it up somewhere in the village. So I did have a question for you all, actually, while I'm here. Maybe we can talk about this on the next stream as well for a little bit. I've got a little piece of stone where it's got the Batman logo marked on it, like quarter of the size of this. And I was thinking about just carving the Batman logo and laminating a piece of paper and sticking it to it so it's not too big, and like putting a QR code to the channel on there and a little bit of description of what it is. I was thinking about just placing it somewhere and seeing if it could travel, and if it could travel where people would show it us, then they could post either a video or tag us in it or a little photo, and let's see where this little Batman logo can make it to around the country. If it could go on a little adventure. It might not go anywhere, but it's just a piece of stone what literally costs nothing. It's just a tiny little bit what broke off the end when I was dressing some stone, and I thought it'd be worth a try. Let's see if we can get it to travel. Yeah, that is true. Connor has definitely given me a treat. So while I'm going to start it off, I'll carve it. It really isn't much of a carving, and I'm going to make this I'll make a little video to go with it about what it is, the carving, and then we'll send it on its way and see. So my office is very near the train station, and a few of my volunteers catch the train, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I could just get them to leave it on the train, so its first adventure could be Sheffield or Manchester. See where it goes from there. What's this? This is a pumpkin. I don't know. I don't know who that is. Awesome skills, thank you. It's we're just carving it just so I can teach a stone carving course tomorrow for a group of school kids, and they've requested pumpkin theme, so it's that's what we've gone for. Say they haven't requested pumpkin themed. What am I on about? They've requested Halloween themed. So if you like it and you could hit me a thumbs up. I'm trying to get to 20 thumbs up before I swap over, so I'm going to do 2 streams tonight, and the next one is Ted Lasso, and I'm about there ready to swap, aren't I? So the plan is Bri, Connor, Tornado Chaser and Ryan, whoever is still hanging around. There's how many of there is you? How long have I been doing this? We'll answer this first. I've been messing around with stone now for 15 years, but the first half of my career, which I would say was 7 years, just over, of dry stone walling. And then I've been carving letters like this for 7 years. There was a bit in the middle where there was a crossover, but I don't actually do this now as a job. This is just a hobby. I'm a park ranger. So now I just like to carve this as a hobby on YouTube, chat to you guys, do a couple of commissions, do quite a bit of stuff for charity. I've got a charity piece finishing tonight at midnight, It's a football carving or soccer, depending on where you're watching. Raising some money for a suicide prevention charity. Yeah, and it's I just like carving stone. I like chatting to you guys as I'm doing it. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, which is a target my daughter set me. So this piece here, because it's for a tutorial tomorrow, means it gets to come back, which means I'm going to hang it up around for the local kids. Okay, right, here is the plan. Here is the plan. So I'm going to stop the stream. Safety specs are off already. Anybody who wants to join me, and we're going to carve the Ted Lasso Believe poster. I'm going to take this pumpkin off, take this down. I'm going to put the Ted Lasso up, which is, I don't know if I can't show you, I might be able to show you, which is here, ready to start carving. And that'll be 2 minutes. I'll unscrew this, put the Ted Lasso up, hit live again, and hopefully I'll see some of you there. Thank you everyone for watching. See you in 2 minutes.